Hey guys, Emma Grede invited me to an event that she's having today in LA. It starts at 6 and it's about to be 4:45, so this needs to be quick. I was supposed to go to Mexico City over the weekend, but I wasn't gonna make it in time, and this is just one of those events where it's like you have to make it. I mean, it's Emma Grede. I posted this TikTok about her like 5 6 months ago. I think someone on our team saw it. I think that's why I got invited. But on that TikTok, I was talking about the importance of like building a personal brand. And it doesn't matter how much money you make, people still want to be connected to you. And I think Emma has done such a great job of doing that because she really don't got to do nothing. And that's such a great segue into this YouTube video, because while I get ready, I'm gonna talk about like my evolving relationship that I have with my own personal brand, social media, the things that I am anticipating to be the future, and so on. Let me first preface this by saying that I have been on social media for a long time. I used to work in marketing. I used to have my own consulting agency. So I know what works. My consulting agency specialized in marketing campaigns. So for a long time, my brain was wired for performance. Once I got Forbes 30 under 30, I was so over it. Like, if you are a creative that has done something for a really long time, you just crave like that newness, especially if you are a multi-hyphenate like me, who's good at a bunch of different things. So once I got Forbes, like I said, I was over it, and I stopped consulting and started investing in my personal brand. This is like 2022 era. I was doing a lot of public speaking, things like that. So once I started investing in my own personal brand, that was way more fun and way more fulfilling. So I took a break from doing consulting and like promoting my consulting services. Then like 6 months after that, that's when I had met the love of my life. And he completely opened my eyes to the side of creating that is not based on metrics, but more so for yourself. He's one of those artists where he does not have to play the social media game. And I saw it up close because he's my boyfriend. So like, I was seeing how, he wasn't posting every single day, but he was still able to sell 200,000 tickets for his tour with no new music out. He is very successful, but that's because he has put so much effort into being authentic, into making things that are timeless instead of making things that feed the algorithm. And I am someone who learns by exposure. Like, once I can see that something can be done, I'm like, okay, bet. So seeing how he was able to develop this lifestyle where he was still able to remain sane but still like work and like make money and put his art first, it really inspired me to want to take that approach with my art. Creating because you want to refine your taste and your personal eye, and not creating because you want what it is that you create to perform well. I mean, granted, like, no one wants to make anything and put it out and it just flops. Like, nobody wants to lose. I think a lot of people have this natural desire to win because winning feels good, and the opposite, like, and losing doesn't feel good. So I'm not saying to not care about what it is that you do, but I don't think that performance should be the driving metric for art, especially in this day and age. It's just not sustainable. And the reason why it's not sustainable is because we live in an era now where like talent and like performance-based talent doesn't really exist unless you're already in the spotlight. But for creatives who are trying to get there, the best thing that you can do is just worry about making things that accurately reflect who you are and the way that you see the world. This is coming from someone who, like I said, like, I know what works. Like, I know what type of posts get people to engage, things like that. So I'm going to mix this foundation with my MAC Face and Body Foundation. I like the MAC because it's a bit more like watery. So when I put it on, it's more of like a skin finish. So my new relationship with social media and how I'm treating my creative career is based on my desire to achieve creative wealth. There's money wealth and then there's creative wealth. Money runs out, but creative wealth is what keeps you relevant, inspired, and free mentally years from now. So what is creative wealth actually? Creative wealth is not just brand deals or followers or cute aesthetic. It's the combination of three different things. The first one is creative equity. So owning the things that you make. The second one is your time and your freedom. So having control over when and how you create. And then the third one is cultural credibility. So the ability to stay in touch with the world while not being enslaved to it. That sounds way more easier said than done, but I think that's the most valuable part of creative wealth. When you have those three things, you can take breaks without disappearing, and you can pivot between careers without panicking. You can also collaborate with people without feeling like you're in competition. There's like this certain type of quiet confidence that comes from having creative wealth. So for a really long time, I thought that I was doing everything right. I was getting press, I was getting clients, I was getting brand deals, my platforms were growing, but I was broke in time and in peace. I had really no inspiration that was filling me. I just felt like I was in service of everyone else, and everything in the outer world was my client. And I'm like, wait a second, this isn't what creative entrepreneurship is supposed to be. Well, not for me, at least. So when you're one of those people that is constantly performing for other people in the algorithm, that's when you start to confuse attention for abundance. It's a huge difference between those two things. Social media can give you this illusion of wealth. You feel seen, and because people know you, and when you go out, people know your name, but you don't own nothing. You don't own anything. You're renting space on somebody else's platform. That's not wealth. That's exactly why I started switching my energy into investing time into things that I own, like my own intellectual property. So my newsletter, my brand Nuclei, my theories, my perspective, all of these things are things that I have access to regardless if social media were to shut down or not. So that's where the investing part comes in. People say all the time that you're not going to achieve wealth by just saving money. You have to invest in it. And that's the same concept with creative wealth. Something that you should 100% be investing in is your taste. Your taste is your currency. So you refine it through living and following what it is that your heart desires. So that can be reading. I feel like reading is such a slept on way to refine your taste. That's why I'm so happy that I have my newsletter, because I feel like I am refining my taste through writing and then reading what it is that I write. That may sound very vain, but take it how you want. But I love reading my own stuff, and I love reading other people's stuff. Substack is such a great place to refine your taste because you can literally read about anything. And the difference between reading and watching a movie or watching a video is that I think people are less likely to condense or water down their ideas when they're writing, because you don't have to worry about an algorithm. You don't have to worry about it fitting the feed or something. There is no dimensions when it comes to writing. Another thing that I say has really helped me refine my taste is just being curious. I love getting caught in wormholes of things that I knew nothing about prior. For example, when I did my Nagari theory, that was inspired by my love for Japanese food. I love sashimi, I love crispy rice, all of those things. So one day, like, I was literally on Chat GPT because I was just thinking about how much of myself felt like I was in the flow. And because I had had sushi that day, I was already thinking about like Japanese culture. So I was like, you know what? I asked ChatGPT, I said, what is the Japanese word for flow? And they told me it was nagari, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love this word. And then I built a whole philosophy and a whole creative workshop based on that. Every time you expose yourself to something new that you're interested in, you're literally increasing your creative net worth. Another thing to invest in is your systems. This one changed my life. Last year is when I got my first ever like real assistant. Her name is Naomi, and oh my God, like before I was one of those creatives that just felt like because I was so talented at so many different things, I didn't really need anybody. No, just because you are talented at a bunch of different things doesn't mean that you should be doing all of those different things. So I have to do a whole nother video on the story of how we met, but she has been my assistant for the past year and a half, and she's really like a creative producer for me. She helps ensure that all of my crazy ideas see the finish line and see the light of day. So she helps me with admin work, she helps schedule my meetings, she helps just keep me organized. Having structure does not make you less creative, and having help doesn't make you less creative. It's actually the opposite. I'm trying to find my contour. Here it goes. So yeah, so like I was saying, having structure does not make you less of a creative. It actually frees up your time so that you have more time to be creative. That's something that I had to learn the hard way, and I will say that like it has made me so much more productive creatively. Like I'm now able to think about the big picture ideas and things that's going to move the needle, because I'm not worried about, oh my God, did I respond to that email or not? Like I'm literally not even thinking about it. The first project that Naomi did for me, and this is when I realized that like, okay, you're never leaving my side. She brought my creative love languages idea to life. You guys, I have been sitting on that idea for like a year, and she came in, helped me produce it, and it's been one of the most successful pieces of content that my platform has seen, and it inspired the expansion of my newsletter, which I'm working on currently right now. The routines, the templates, automations, all of those things free up your brain for the good stuff, and they allow you to stop wasting your time on things that could be automatic. In the same way that like you may have like a certain knack for doing something, like maybe you're really good at putting together decks, right? There is someone out there that looks at admin work as an art. Like those people are great assistants and work really well with people that are not into that type of stuff. Like my brain is more wired for strategy, ideation, and things like that. So yeah, invest in some systems and some structure. The next thing you want to invest in is ownership. Every idea that comes across your mind can eventually evolve into IP. So a show, a workshop, a product, a framework. I used to just give my ideas away for free all the time because they didn't really, I'm not gonna say that they didn't mean anything to me, but because I am someone who is so abundant in innovative ideas, I never looked at them as scarce. I think when something is scarce, you automatically put more value on it. But in creativity, it's the opposite way. Like because
my first swing, first five.
That's crazy. I love that for you.
Alright, that's all I want.
I love you. Honestly, that's really all being in a relationship is when you have an exciting moment, you just call your partner and tell them. Because who else is going to be happy for you randomly? But yeah, like if you're really good at something and something comes really easy to you, that's what you should be putting your energy into. It's going to be a more sustainable life for you because now you're not going to be trying to just pull stuff out of thin air. Some things are going to grow immediately and catch on really quick. Others are going to take just a bit more time to grow, but that's okay. Like, that's why you have a bunch of things going on at one time, so that you are never strapped to one thing. I think that's something that I definitely had to learn this past year when I dropped my brain bank. I was like, oh my God, this took so much out of me. By the time I was done and by the time it launched, I didn't have any energy to do anything else. Next thing that you want to invest in is community. Community is the compound interest of creativity. There's never going to be a time where you invest in your community and you do not see the return of it. So for me, investing in my community looks like hosting co-working sessions, providing my followers and my community with resources that's going to help them in their own creative career, and also just giving back. Like, I have 3 interns right now. I do not have the money to pay them, but I'm offering them a lot of resources and guidance to help make their creative careers really fruitful. So like, I'm giving them insights on like the templates that I use to get partnerships, Canva docs where I do all of my decks, things like that. And I do want to say this as well. Your community is not your friends, okay? Like, your friends are your friends, but your community is your community. Your friends, they may not promote your work like someone in your community will, because they know you. Like, this is regular to them. Like, they know that you're this talented, but your community, they're gonna get inspired by you like no other. Also, shout out to Patrick Tar for making this blush. I don't remember the name of this one. What is it called? She's Wanted. I was a little iffy about the color at first because I thought it was gonna like age me a bit, but it's so pretty on my skin and it like really brings out my cheekbones. This is I don't know where I got this brush from. I don't even know if you're supposed to use it for blush, but I do. I like my blush to be very airbrushed. Like, and this is the other thing about creative wealth. Just like when you invest in something, you're probably not going to receive return on that investment for like a long time. Creative wealth, like when you're on a path to creative wealth, that gratification is not going to be instant. It's going to be the exact opposite. My boyfriend is still performing songs that he made like 10 years ago. That's because he was not chasing stardom. He just wanted to make something that had meaning and significance. And when you do something like that, other people can feel it and they can sense it. The video that I just posted, that's now like my top performing video ever, was from a concept that I came up with 2 years ago. That tick method video, I came up with that formula for my Big Brain Energy ebook, and it was just up until recently when I was teaching it in my Nagari workshop when I realized, and this was my audience telling me this, how valuable it was. I was like, you know what? I should make a video out of this. And that's the thing, like when you invest in creative wealth and not into trends, what's happening right now, you can always re-reference yourself and it's going to be a hit every time, because it's evergreen and you did it based on how you felt and not on a trend. Trends have deadlines. Like, when something goes out of style, it's out of style and people are going to look at you like, oh, like this person's dated. Like, you ever go to like a party and a DJ, or you could just tell that the DJ just don't have no real taste in music. They just playing what's ever trending on TikTok, because they may play a sound that was trending 3 or 4 months ago. And it's like, nigga, we is on to something new. You don't want to be that person. The hardest part about achieving creative wealth is letting go of that sense of urgency. The industry moves fast, but the people who last and outshine are the people that don't move fast, they move intentionally. I've learned that when you chase momentum, you burn out. You burn out so bad. I just zoomed out because we're moving on to the hair. So let me put up all my makeup if I can find it the next time. It is 5:19. I'm running a little behind, but the good thing is I already know what I'm wearing. I'm gonna put a little bit of this lip balm on my lips just so they're a bit moisturized. when I go in to do my combo. This is the only brand of hair that I've been wearing, I would say, for the past 2 or 3 years. Like my curly flip over that you guys saw, that was from this brand. The wealthiest creatives are not only talented, they are extremely disciplined, and being someone of integrity is going to help you stay disciplined. Integrity is going to let you know when you're like going off your morals, your values, or your principles. I think someone who's extremely wealthy creatively is Solange Knowles. That woman, she does whatever she wants to do, and she does it with intention and integrity. That's what I want for myself, and that's what I want for every single creative who is really out here like just trying to make good shit. If I have creative wealth, success is going to be a natural byproduct of that. I'm not really chasing success. I'm chasing a level of refinement of the things that I already know are me. If there's someone that you follow that you think embodies what it means to be creatively wealthy, please drop them below. I want to like get in the habit of only following creatively wealthy people that have their own ideas, people that have their own unique outlook on life, things like that. You guys, this hair, once I take it down, you're gonna be like, stop. This hair is so gorgeous. Let me see how far. This is. Look at this hair. You guys, please. Please. I am in my Oprah adjacent era. Oprah do not be having her edges done, and she's a billionaire. Okay? Oprah gonna leave them edges where they at, honey. Oh, it's only 27 minutes away. That is not bad at all. I thought I was gonna say it's gonna be an hour. Okay, this is the last piece. You make this promise to me, get you back in one piece. Time to take out hair. You guys, so excited because this hair is so good. First curl down. Boop, boop. This is the best hair ever. My earrings are Bottega. These go with anything. I love that the shirt, that the emblem on this shirt is, first of all, oh my God, I didn't even like comb anything out yet. Let me do a little bit of my edges. This is literally all I do. I'm not really like flat ironing them. I'm just molding them to my hair. Ooh. Hey, I'm not doing bad. Oh my God, I'm already knowing that it's gonna be a great hair day. I can feel it. Okay, now, time to brush. Ugh, so freaking good. Like, no, absolutely no notes whatsoever. Stunning. Stunning. please. Please. Please, please, please. I would like, for anyone that has notes, speak now, forever hold your peace, but as far as the eye is concerned, I see none. None. I look good as fuck. Let me call my Uber. I said, let me call my boyfriend.
Like the cool girl. I like the bag.
I'm only gonna be 30 minutes late, which is not bad. I made some TikToks before. I'm actually really excited for them.
Are you up?
Yeah. I did like transitions.
Uh-oh. Transitions. It's over. Leave him up.
Okay. Hold on, Naomi's calling me. Naomi's calling me.
All right, baby, all right.
Hello.
You look gorgeous, honey.
Thank you. The Uber's on the way. I'm only 30.
I literally was about to say, are you on your way, bro? I was about to be so scared. I'm like, girl. We're going to have to call that Uber quick.
No, it's okay. I'm only going to be 30 minutes late. That's fine.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. I'm on time.
Because I feel like they're not.
You don't need to be there when the things start. Period, honey. Let me see that. Oh, honey. She is prepared for the fall in the purse. What? Hey.
No, I feel so good. It gives.
It's like icy.
Yes, it gives.
Icy girl.
It gives. Who's your makeup artist?
Yes.
Who's your?
Because do you get professional beats before every event?
It does give that. It is professional. Because I'm doing it.
I cannot wait to hear how this event go for you. You already know. I need you to set some goals. What you trying to get done by the end of this event?
Oh, I don't know. I want to talk to Emma Grede. I want to photo with Emma Grede.
Correct.
I want to ask her about. I don't know. I'll think about it in the car, but that's a great question.
I would say, yeah, we gonna need to really nail that down.
Yeah, because I don't be
cute and have fun.
I don't be going into events with any type of expectation. But maybe that's why I don't like going to events, because I don't be using them.
Right. If you turn the event into a very clear goal of what you're trying to get to.
What should I ask? What should I say?
You need to read.
I need to lock in. You're right. I'm gonna lock in the car. I'm gonna lock in.
Bitch, you see this little guy? He said you need to call. You need to get on that phone.
You don't own that relationship. That relationship is almost like on loan to you for a period of time. And you either can get them back in your ecosystem to buy something else, to take another message from you, if you're lucky, if you're compelling enough, if you have something else that they're interested in. But they are not yours, because they are just like these little things that then go like that and find something else equally compelling. And I hear this from a lot of founders. They're like, but wait a minute, like, I have all these customers. It's like, no, you had all of these customers. And the customer belongs to that moment, to that product, and it's your job to create the bridge from whatever it was that you were doing to whatever it is that you do today. And an example of that is, you know, when we started Good American, we were this, like, we had a very, very clear message. It was 3 SKUs. You had skinny, high-waisted jeans, skinny, high-waisted jeans, and something else that clearly didn't work, because I don't remember it. And then we were like, well, you know what, the uniform at that time, going back in the day, was a bodysuit and jeans. And I thought I'd have all these similar customers, but she had somewhere else to buy her bodysuit. She wasn't interested in them for a bodysuit. And so it's really interesting that, you know, you have to, what I think is important is to go back to, like, why did that customer come to you in the first place? There was a value, there was a thing that pulled them in, that was obvious and tangible, and then you went and flipped on them and made soup, you know, right? Because we're not here for the toxic positivity, right? So she's like, hey girl, I'm in a hoodie, girl, I'm from the ghetto, like, you even mean, like, fucking flip up for you, like, that's not why I'm coming to you. So I think it's interesting because we don't own the customer. We We have a moment in time and we have a certain thing, and it's your job to create the bridge. So you can't, no one's saying you can't, but you can clearly make beautiful things, but it's your job to create the bridge. Why are they coming to you for that, right? How do you create the bridge from what it is that you did so beautifully here to over there? For example, you said like messages like that. Yeah. So like, is there something that you're embroidering inside the suit that kind of says this same girl that wants it here also might want it inside whatever she's wearing? Really confused. Like, what did that mean, and how did you find the other?
Well, one thing we were doing kind of unintentionally, but we have more of a framework around it now, is we're the focus freaks, as Casey said. Everyone, if you haven't read the 12-week year, I highly recommend it. It's about extremely dedicated sprints of time, and they're typically 3 months. So establishing these like 3-month sprints where you're like, I'm gonna like give it my all and figure out if this thing works. So the first thing we did was the organic TikTok after a few other failed attempts. And I had a friend who was an influencer. I had never posted on TikTok, and she told me exactly what to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3, do this for 30 days, stay committed. And I mean, it felt like a conspiracy theory. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like a 30-year-old woman, and I have a child, and I'm going in my basement. And after the 30 days, we started going viral, and pretty consistently, month after month, the company started selling out. We buy more inventory, selling out, buying more inventory. At a certain point, that's not a sustainable way to grow a business. So it became, okay, how do we test the next tactic? We're gonna spend 3 months, and that was TikTok Shop. Really had to figure out, can we make this work? Granted, there were a lot of tactics we tested that I'm not mentioning because they didn't work. But I think that really intense focus on, does this work? And we can then compare apples to apples. Is TikTok Shop a more profitable way to acquire customers than a meta ad? Or is a meta ad more profitable than an affiliate? And being able to actually compare those things so you can see when you're making hiring decisions, to your point, like, where am I putting my resources into this thing that's really expensive and not that profitable? Or am I gonna put my new hire on this tactic that we need to pour gas on this fire because it's working right now, and we're gonna juice it for all it's worth.
So I love that you...
So I just got back from Emma Greed's Aspire event. It was so much fun. I normally don't go to events like these because in LA, like, the networking culture is very redundant. Like, they tell you that you can get business advice and information and knowledge, but all it is just like fancy manifestation stuff. This event was not like that at all. 3 parts. You walk in, it's a cocktail bar to the left, you can get drinks, and then there was a screen, like a projector, and then it was seats because it was a screening. So she premiered her next episode guest in her next episode. It was like a 15-minute snippet of her podcast that is coming out tomorrow, and it's with Tracy Ellis Ross. The podcast was so good. I'm not even like a podcast girl, but like what Tracy was saying on this podcast, I think Tracy's one of those women where she, even though she's very active and very visual on the internet, there is still like this mysteriousness about her. So I like that Emma is kind of like curating her guest list to be these people that you know of, but you don't know anything about. So I loved the fact that she had Tracy. So first it was that. Then she did a Q&A after. But it was at the Astor Hotel in Hollywood, and it was in like a private room. I would say that the event was intimate, kind of. It was intimate because of the setting that we were in. Dim lights, low ceilings. You really got a chance to connect with everyone, and I feel like because of the caliber of woman that Emma is, like, if you are in that room, you automatically have the confidence to speak to the person next to you. It's like, okay, I know that you are somebody that does something. So I always love being in events like that. There were actually some girls that flew in from London to attend this event. This was a free event. It was invite only. You could not like purchase a ticket. So I think that just goes to show like the influence that Emma has just on aspiring women entrepreneurs. People literally flew from Jersey, Tampa, New York, London to attend this event. So, and that's the thing, like I'm actually happy that I went because there's so many things that take place in LA, and I'm like, who am I to just not go to an event? There's people flying from all over the country to attend things that I get invited to. So I'm gonna read off some of the notes. The first one is ABZ, which is this idea that you don't need to have every single thing figured out. You just need to have the first thing that you want to do figured out. And then the second thing right after that first thing, which is A and B, but all of those letters up until you get to Z, which is where you want to end up. That's your final destination. All of that stuff is going to be ambiguous and you cannot plan for it. You just have to keep the end goal in mind and know that your B, C, D, E, F, G, it may not be what it is that you plan for, and that's okay because you're not supposed to know. You're just supposed to focus on the A, the B, and the Z's. The second thing, you cannot care about every single thing. This is something that I definitely needed to hear as someone that is doing a bunch of things, wearing a bunch of hats. I am a very creatively empathetic person and I care about a lot. I care about how I look. I care about how I'm perceived. I care about what my caption says. I care about which photo is first. I care about all of these different things, and realistically, I cannot do that. It's not sustainable for someone to be able to care about everything at the same level. So she was just talking about the importance of prioritizing in the sense of like what you give your care to. So I'm definitely going to write down 3 things that I want to care about all the time, and anything that's not in that list, I can't give a fuck about, literally. The next thing was, just because the thing that you made didn't work doesn't mean you didn't work. This was also really good because she was talking about her experience in business and how she's been around so many different men in business. When they fail, they don't harp on the thing that they failed on. They just move on. Men are able to separate themselves from the failure versus women. Once we fail, we think it's a reflection of who we are. So this statement was more so saying like, just because something failed that you did doesn't mean that you are a failure. And she also mentioned that Mark Cuban had this quote that he would say that sales cures all. It doesn't matter what it is that you're going through, those numbers is what's going to speak more than anything, and to focus on that when you're trying to get through a financial hardship or a business challenge or just anything that seems like it's a roadblock and in between you and your finish line. I don't know if this was something that, I'm not gonna say that's something I was supposed to take away, but it's not really like a motivational thing, but it's definitely something that I picked up on. She said success triggered her soul searching. And this is something that I wrote down because I feel like there's a lot of people that I follow on Instagram. There's a lot of successful people that I know of. And I think a common denominator that I'm witnessing is that successful people get to a point where they have all the accolades. They've done everything that they wanted to do on paper. They've gotten the awards. They've gotten the money. But then you get to a point where you're like, what am I doing this for? Who am I doing this for? So as I am on my way to that, I know exactly what it is that I'm doing this for, and I want to keep that written down. So as I do reach certain levels of success, I can always go back to that and remember my why, which is so cliche. I cannot believe I'm saying remember your why, because I used to hear that so much, and it's like, I know why I'm doing this. Your why is the thing that's going to keep you rooted no matter what it is that's orbiting you. So your why can't be rooted in something that is material or external, because those things change. You know, like you cannot put your why into something that you do not have control over. So I definitely wrote that down. The last thing, I tell y'all, she was really talking to me. She said, get comfortable with things being done 85% okay. Because no one is going to be able to do it like you. And that is with anything. This is something that I am learning, especially as I am growing my team and hiring more people and working more collaboratively with people, especially like in the creative field. Oh my gosh, like I think in a lot of business, things are very formulaic, especially like with finances and money. But once you get down to perspective and taste, that is a completely different thing. So the fact that she said like getting comfortable with things being done 85%, that definitely resonated with me, because I'm someone where I'm like, if it's not 100, I just won't put it out. I won't do it. But I think the overall name of the game is just having momentum. There's no way you can have momentum and keep things in a constant state of motion if you are always trying to perfect something. So that, in tandem with you can't care about everything, I think goes super hand in hand. And she's a testament to that, because there's no way that she could be who she is if she just worried about everything being perfect. So there was like a Q&A after that. I didn't get to ask a question to her, but I'm glad that I waited, because she ended up interviewing, it was kind of not really an interview, it was a conversation between these two women. I forgot their names, but she invested in their company off of Shark Tank, and they have sold over like 5 million units of their product, which is insane. The thing that really got me was that they only have 2 SKUs. The fact that you could sell that much, like it just shows you that less is actually more, and more does not actually mean more. There's so many people that have thousands of SKUs, hundreds of SKUs, and they're not moving that type of weight. So I was tapped in. I did hear the founders talk about how much they are in tune with their customer. They talked a lot about how they are always on Instagram, always on TikTok, reading comments, reading reviews. They invest a lot of money in their customer service, and they found that once they put out their product, which is basically a nipple cover, they saw that these women were taking their products and like having these different stories about them, which was influencing the way that they marketed their products. So women that just had babies, women that had breast reductions, breast enhancement. There's so many different variants of a boob, and these 2 women have mastered the art of taking everyone that has a boob, putting them in this container, and making a product to sell to them with only 2 SKUs. So my question to them was more so like, how do you keep marketing something that is old? Like, you only have 2 SKUs and it's been 2 years. So how are you talking about the same thing over and over in a new way? And the reason why I ask that is because I have had my brain bank for about 1.5 years. After the first month, I did not want to do any more marketing about it. I was tired. I felt like I was a broken record saying the same thing over and over again. And quite frankly, I do not like selling. I don't like being sold to. And I think that's something that I'm definitely gonna have to get over, like on this entrepreneurial journey. Cause girl, if you ain't gonna talk about your stuff, who's gonna talk about it for you? Nobody. And they do not have a insane influencer strategy. They have an affiliate program. And the difference between influencers and affiliates is that affiliates have a deeper connection to your product or to your brand. They are actual fans of the brand before they even got paid, and they love your brand so much that they're willing to promote it to the people that also follow them. Versus influencers, they're getting paid a fee to promote a product one time. Affiliates, they figure out how to weave your product into their daily content because it benefits them. It's a way of like giving equity to your customer without giving equity. It was really interesting. I do think that when it comes to white women founders and black women founders, I do think that there is an audacity gap. And I'm saying this because I am a black woman. I feel like a lot of white women have more audacity than us. They can get up there and say, I don't have any experience doing this and I don't care. Give me money. Black women do not do that because help is such a foreign concept for us. A lot of us feel like we are not deserving of the help that we are asking for because we haven't done X, Y, and Z. So I really liked how the overall tone of everything that Emma was saying was like, who cares if you're not qualified? Who cares how you look on paper? Everyone is deserving of the vision that they have for themselves. Long story short, if you get an email or a DM, anything from Emma Grede, you go. Now that I've talked about the event, I'm gonna show you guys my goodie bag, everything that I got. Okay, let's start off with this. This is a slip eye mask. And the reason why this was specifically made for me because I'm a girl that wears lashes. I've never seen a product like this ever in my life. The packaging, 10 out of 10, incredible. Look at this. This is a satin eye mask. Now this is a good freebie to put in a goodie bag. Look at the design of this. It even has Aspire. You can tell that this is a company that Emma has invested in. And I love it because, like I said, if you ain't gonna talk about yourself, who is? So it's super scrunchy, but if you look here, there's these inserts for your eyes. So when you put the eye mask on, your lashes, they like protrude. The eye mask allows you to sleep with an eye mask on without smashing your lashes while you sleep. I lose so many lashes when I go to sleep. Like I can't tell you how many times I've woken up and seen 4 or 5 lashes on my pillowcase. So this, and it's so comfortable. Like I'm blinking and my lashes are not touching anything and it's like blacked out shades. Like there is no light getting into here at all. Like this is incredible. And it says freaking Aspire. Like, come on. Next goodie bag item. I've heard a lot of good things about this cream. It's Charlotte Tilbury's Charlotte Magic Cream. I've seen this in Sephora. It is an award-winning magic cream. And it's research powered. It has 8 ingredients. I'm definitely gonna use this on my skin tonight. It also comes with this serum, this like clean crystal elixir crystal serum. This is a great goodie bag item. So we have the beauty side, check, because honestly, how can you have brains without the beauty? So this is a 5-minute journal, but again, you see the branding, like this book comes with this like custom insert that her team has created, and it says Aspire on it, and then when you open it says welcome to a new level of mindfulness. Success starts before the strategy, and it starts with your mindset. Gratitude keeps you grounded while you grow. Let it remind you how far you've come and how much more is possible. With gratitude, Emma Grede, and intelligent change. Now, this is a brand that I've never heard of, but I'm definitely going to look into because it seems very adjacent with what it is that I'm building with Mentally I'm Here. on the front of this, it says strengthen your mindset with daily gratitude and intention. I just started doing it. This says highlights of the day. I literally just started doing this on my story. I'm gonna be using this. I'm actually gonna do it tonight. So Emma Grede coded. She gave us Sharpie pens. I love Sharpie pens. I also love Pilot G2 pens. I have not graduated to the Mont Blanc. One day I will, but I just need to learn how to keep a pen in my possession for longer than a month without losing it or leaving it after I sign my check. So this is a Sharpie S Gel pen. And then she also gives you this really cool metal pen to like upgrade your pen game. It's rose gold, it's refined and refillable, but it has the same exact pen as the S Gel, but it's just in a cuter casing. And then highlighters. Who doesn't fucking need highlighters? But yes, I am so charged after that event. Also got to speak to Emma and talk to her a little bit about my business and what it is that I do and my purpose. And I just shot my shot. I was like, I would love to send you one of my brain banks. She was so open to it. She gave me her contact for her office, and I'm definitely going to be sending that in the mail tomorrow. I'm actually going to drop it off. Why would I send it in the mail? Her office is in LA. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the part of LA where it's like, it's time to get your money's worth. But anyway, I'm about to go downstairs and take off my makeup. I'm actually really sad because I did so good on my makeup today, and she lasted all night. I got so many compliments. You guys saw how my hair looked when I left out the house. It is now, what time is it? 1:30. It's 1:30 a.m. and this is how my hair looks.